He is a very kind-hearted and handsome guy. Because of this, he faced a life exclusion from his colleague. But when life closes a door, it opens a window. Yunhao admires this regulars. He was liked by many women. This included wealthy women he met at work. However, he suffered from a debilitating illness. Whenever he gets anxious, he would uncontrollably breathe rapidly. His heart would race continuously. Each time, he would be seen as a joke by others. Over time, Yunhao became increasingly withdrawn. One day, he passed an abandoned subway station on his way home as he walked towards the advertisement in the mail. Suddenly, he felt something drip on his shirt. He didn't think much of it. He took off the shirt and stored it in a locker across from the sign. Serial number warning for one person only. After work that evening, Yunhao came to retrieve his shirt. He was startled the moment he opened the locker. Inside was an inexplicable strand of hair. He couldn't understand how this was possible, as the locker was locked. Who put this hair in here? The next morning, Yunhao passed by again on his way to work. Driven by curiosity, he slowly opened the locker door. Hair was still inside. Yunhao bravely leaned down. He carefully examined the interior. He found the seal was very good with no leaks. His curiosity was instantly piqued. Upon returning home, he wrote a note and asked who was behind the locker, then hesitantly placed the note inside. A day later, Yunhao opened the locker door again. The note had no reply, so he changed his strategy. He placed his work diary inside. Unexpectedly, this time, he really received a reply, and the other side was a woman. She told Yunhao she had also accidentally found the locker and connected to different parallel times. She was very curious about the unknown world. Coincidentally, Yunhao wasn't good at face-to-face interactions. They became pen pals. Through days of correspondence, they came to the following conclusion. The times Yunhao and the woman inhabited were opposites. Each world had the other in it, but the personalities were completely different. However, the events that occurred were quite similar. For example, South Korea hosted the World Cup in 2002. The Emperor visited in 2020, etc. As their correspondence increased, their relationship became closer. One day, she made a request. She wanted to hear Yunhao's voice. Yunhao eagerly recorded a self-introduction. He promptly sent it to her. He quickly received her reply. The woman's name was Eunjin. She, like Yunhao, was an ordinary office worker. She wasn't good at socializing with colleagues. She usually kept to herself. Eunjin also shared her address, encouraging Yunhao to live his life to the fullest. As they were talking passionately, Eunjin suddenly went missing. There was no news from her for several days. This left Yunhao feeling anxious, a warning high tension ahead. Due to pain from his colleagues and his overwhelming warming, he ended up cutting a customer's ear while working. Later, the bees all wanted to distance themselves, so they fired Yunhao. Just when he thought he was abandoned by the world again, Eunjin finally replied, "You must be suffering too." Eunjin was worried they were getting deeper into this, fearing they might not be able to end up together. So she was hesitant about meeting. Yunhao was already tired of his situation. He agreed willingly. It turns out that at midnight every night, the door to parallel time and space opens. So the two agreed to meet that night at midnight. Yunhao slowly opened the locker. He crouched down, waiting for Eunjin to appear. However, after waiting for a long time, there was no sign of her. So he decided to climb over to the parallel time and space. Yet after he got there, he still didn't see Eunjin. He thought about leaving the subway station first, but after trying many times, he ended back at the same spot. At that moment, Yunhao noticed some movement coming from the locker. It was a bit scary ahead. As Yunhao contemplated climbing back, he found that the door to time and space had closed, and he couldn't open it from his side. The Eunjin was the woman on the billboard. It turns out that Eunjin accidentally fell into the parallel time and space. At first, like Yunhao, she couldn't escape no matter how hard she tried. Just when she was about to give up, she thought of a good idea. She would pull out her own hair to a trap. As people in the world opened the door to time and space, unexpectedly, it actually worked. This story tells us one, it causes with online romance.